we do have. So, Mustafa, what did it look like and the scene yesterday, and what is happening?
Hi, Natalia. I can't see you, but okay, I'm now in Lviv. I just arrived from Mukachevo. What I know for the moment when I left Mukachevo is that there is now some attempts to have some negotiation with those people who are hiding. I mean, from private sector or right sector. And I know that there is Mr. Yarosh, Dmitry Yarosh, and some of his I don't know how to say that, his deputies in the party, and there is also a representative from Secret Service and Minister of Interior. And as I know, that for now they postponed operation to clear the territory, and now they're trying to solve this problem in political way.
So what kind of weapon were being used, and could be any other, control over that? So how tense is the situation there, and how much weapon is involved?
I don't think that they have many weapons, because it was not that they didn't prepare for some clash or for some long-term resistance. So it was some little, I would say, clash inside city. So I don't think that representative of right sector, they have some big amount of ammunition. But the same time, what is danger is that they are now situated in civil territory, and this is, if you know, this is Carpathian, so it is not clear field, so there are hills, and it is quite difficult to find people there and to fight there. And also, as I know that Secret Service and Minister of Interior, they're afraid of civilians, that civilian could be injured. And that is the most difficult issue in that operation. From one side. From the other side, it is dangerous because you know that west part of country, they're involved emotionally in that conflict, and many people who support a right sector, they don't understand what is going on. Then actually they're waiting for some balanced steps from government, I mean, to investigate what happened really, investigation about and prosecution about Mr. Lanyo, I mean, member of parliament who is involved in this conflict, and Mr. Baloga. So I think the political destabilization is one of the threats in that situation. They will try to solve this problem in not in a peaceful way.
And really, we would like to understand really the risk of the further violence, maybe, because we heard also on the different activities by Pravy sector, by the right center, in different towns. So what is the bargain about? With whom it is? Are any political involvement, I don't know, of the president, of the heads of the security services? And if this group of people had committed, had been using the weapon from the front line, what would be the punishment for them, or is there would it be a political deal involved?
Okay, what is clear now for now is that right sector, they recognize that they really has a weapon and the peace territory of Ukraine. I mean, not in east front line, but out the Atov zone. Say yes. So this is first time they recognize that. And if you heard the representative of the right sector, Artem Skoropadsky, he even tried to explain that it is their rights and they can have this right to have this weapon in that territory. What I know that even yesterday, when Mukachevo was actually occupied by a lot of secret services and units from different agencies, 35 cars from Lviv supporters of right sector, they approached to Mukachevo, but they were stopped by a checkpoint, and then head of local department of Secret Service, they had negotiation with them, and they convinced them to step out.
Well, Mustafa, this is my question. I mean, what is the potential for all of this to escalate? Because yes, probably you know, the right sector has a base there near Mukachevo, but they have many bases throughout Ukraine. I mean, this is a national organization at this point.
You know what? I would say that we should recognize one thing, is that right sector is not now something united power. It's not battalion. Yes, it's more like brand. Yes, and like McDonald's. If I were, I would say it's McDonald's, but it's McDonald's with weapon. So in any region, you can say that you're right sector, you can have a weapon, and you can register them, because you know that right sector, it's only one volunteer unit in the front line which is not registered, none in National Guard, none in Ministry.
But isn't that dangerous? Because I mean, if we talk about that sort of appeal, you know, a right sector Happy Meal, I mean, it's not a toy, as you said, it's a gun that people are carrying around, and they've been gathering weapons and doing all of that. So isn't that...
It's dangerous. It's dangerous, but we can't measure this the level of this dangerous, because we don't even know how many people they have. For example, they now announced that they have some battalions who can go to the Kiev, or who can go to Lviv, or to occupy some administration, but we don't know even how many people do they have.
Mm-hmm.
Mustafa, that would be the question from me. And so, is the government or security service or police law enforcement afraid of that? Are they afraid of these guys with the weapon? Are they afraid to, you know, to provoke them? How ready they are to act?
Okay, don't force me to answer this question, because I don't know, really don't know. I would say that every government afraid of this, destabilization and escalation of any conflict. But now, as I understand, they really control territory of Lviv and Mukachevo, and as I know, there are many people from different units, from Ministry of Interior, National Guard, Ministry of Defense. So I don't think that they're afraid of some resistance. But anyway, we should understand that if they will try to do that, even this attempt, it is dangerous in that territory, because there are many civilians and they are not ready to encounter real fights in their streets.
Now, what is their version of events, Mustafa? Because they've focused in on the smuggling, which we know is common there. I mean, you had written that this is smuggling worth hundreds of thousands of euros, taking in particular cigarettes into Europe, you know, with protection, truckloads through, not paying these import duties. So, I mean, it seems like they're presenting themselves as some sort of Robin Hood or vigilante justice cracking down on that. Does that hold up?
You know what? I would say that there are three sides of this conflict. First is, let's say them, businessmen, okay, those smugglers. There are two of them, and you know that they're officially named, and they are openly, they now have conflict. I mean, Mr. Lanyo and Mr. Baloga. They are really historical. They are dividing this part of border, and they're really dividing and sharing this territory, and they are sharing their influence. So this is very long-term conflict. The other side is the government. I mean, militia and secret service, who are really there covering these operations. It's obvious that non-Mr. Baloga and Lanyo, they would never be able to make the smuggling that value and that for that amount without support of secret service and militia. And the third side is right sector, who, as I understood, that they were not able to organize their own smuggling traffic, so they tried to control others. And it was like game. They played for 8 months. So right sector, they covered Secret Service, militia, these businessmen, their businesses are covered by Secret Service and militia, so it's what, like, you know, the big family. But one day, as I understand, one of these businessmen, they refused to pay something to someone, and from that point started this conflict.
All right, so that's where it started. All right, well, that gives us some great insight, and we'll definitely be looking into that more. Thank you so much for joining us.